The world's richest man, Elon Musk, could move closer to becoming a trillionaire as SpaceX prepares to go public in the United States. It could become the largest stock market listing in history. Musk's SpaceX has filed for an initial public offering, or IPO, and plans to list on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol SPCX. The company operates rocket launches, the Starlink satellite network, and artificial intelligence ventures, and is seeking fresh capital to expand its space and technology ambitions. If successful, the IPO would mark a major milestone for the commercial space industry and further boost Musk's huge business empire.
All right, I'm gonna sign.
Now let's bring in Dennis Dick. He's a chief market strategist at the Stock Trader Network in Toronto. Dennis, you've been doing this for 25 plus years. On a scale from 1 to 10, how big is this in your personal history of IPOs?
Well, we've never seen an IPO this big before. So it gets Wall Street very excited. It gets myself very excited. We've been talking about this for the last year. It sounds like it's coming with the S1 obviously being dropped last night. We've all been leafing through it, looking at it, and we're pretty excited to trade it. But we've actually already been trading it to a certain extent. There are some private companies that are ETFs, closed-end funds that invest in SpaceX. One is DXYZ. We've been trading that over at the Stock Trader Network ahead, actually. That stock is actually trading up 13% here this morning.
That's quite substantial. Now, you told Reuters, the news agency, that it's a little scary to jump into the stock right away. For average people watching this hype, what's the single biggest risk of buying into this massive debut on day one?
Well, often you see the underwriters, which is going to be Goldman Sachs, they try to get as much money as they obviously can. So what we often see is that the first day of trading, it is often that IPOs top out or, come back in after that initial buzz subsides. So you have everybody that's very excited. We're anticipating somewhere between $1.75 and $2 trillion market cap, but that doesn't mean where the stock is going to open. It could open well above that. It could open at a $2.53 trillion market cap in the secondary market. We won't know until it obviously starts trading. So if it opens with too much of a premium to that underwritten price, we probably back off for a little bit, let it come in. Maybe it gives you a better point of entry.
Now, if this mega IPO is successful, it could officially make Elon Musk the world's very first trillionaire. From a market perspective, does one man having that much financial power help or hurt the companies he runs?
Well, and it's interesting even talking about Elon Musk himself, because obviously in the public markets, we've had Tesla, and people who really love Elon Musk have traded and voiced their opinions through trading Tesla stock. But now they're going to have a second choice. There's going to be SpaceX. So I've been asked this question quite a bit over on Stock Trader Network. What do you think happens to Tesla once SpaceX comes public? Because all of a sudden, the hardcore following maybe disperses amongst two stocks. Tesla with a market cap, just over $1 trillion. SpaceX going to approach, looks like $2 trillion. You start thinking like this company is actually going to trade with a market cap more than Tesla, which, seems lofty. But then when you start breaking into the company fundamentals, there's a lot of prospects for future profits with SpaceX too. But, the question being, do Tesla shareholders start trading SpaceX, and does that hurt Tesla's share price? That's to be determined.
Okay, just very brief answer, please. Would you recommend buying this stock to me, an amateur investor who's not really into the stock market, but still happy to make a quick buck?
I think letting it cool, like that's always what the investor, the retail investor does wrong. They want to get in on the first day. They want to get in right away. I think let it cool off, let it subside, wait for your entry point. Don't be so over getting into the hype and then get caught up in buying at the top. So I think the key for this is going to be to let the stock come in a little bit, let it consolidate, and maybe you get a better entry point. So I would say not on day one.
So I better stay careful. Thank you very much. Very good advice there from Dennis Dick, Chief Market Strategist at the Stock Trader Network in Toronto. Thank you, Dennis.